of course, again, we have the distinguished Al Hofeld Jr. with us. And I always wanted to know, I heard a lot about your father, Al Hofeld Sr., and I know that you are his namesake, naming you Junior. And of course,
I don't know why he did that.
Yeah, well, it's a great name, Al Hofeld Jr.
Thank you, Mr. Powers.
And I just love that because Junior is in town, and Junior is in town to do a lot of great work, not only in the Washington Park community in Bronzeville and Hyde Park and Kenwood, and all the other communities, but the greater Chicagoland area itself. Yeah. And tell us some of the things that you hope to do in the Chicagoland area to help the people of Chicago.
Sure. Well, I still serve on the board of directors of the Southside Community Federal Credit Union.
Okay.
And as you know, we started the credit union. Well, we organized for almost 3 years.
Yes.
Those of us in this room and others, some that you mentioned, the Murchisons.
Yes. Yes.
And we got it open in 2003, and it's now at about $4 million in assets.
Great.
And
great.
About 2,000 members. And as you know, the credit union is a direct alternative to basically the exploitation of the African American community, the financial exploitation of the community. And so we're an alternative to currency exchanges and payday lenders,
yes,
predatory mortgage lenders.
Yes.
And we provide free and low-cost financial services and affordable access to credit. And we seek to economically empower poor and moderate income people on the South Side. And one of the things I'd like to see is in the future is for the credit union to continue to grow and to develop its program to do loans to small businesses on the South Side.
Okay.
It's very difficult. It was before there was a recession. It was very difficult for businesses of color to get loans for business purposes from banks and other institutions. And then, of course, when the recession hit and the credit crunch, credit tightened up even more, and now it's just very, very difficult for businesses to get credit. And if you're a minority-owned business, it's even harder. So, one of the things we'd like to keep working on is developing programs to make that capital available to businesses that want to grow and expand.
That's excellent. I understand that you all do workshops where
yes, we do.
Homeowners can come out and get information on how to do loan modifications and those kind of things to help them.
Education is really, really central to the mission of the credit union. We do the homeownership education, as you mentioned. We also do general financial education classes that cover everything from budgeting to taxes to cleaning up your credit to sort of the empowering use of credit. How can you use loans and use credit to lift yourself up? Savings, all of those topics that should be taught in the schools.
Yes, yes.
And elsewhere in the community, but unfortunately for various reasons, they leave it to the credit union to do those things.
Well, I'm hearing some great sound bites out there about you, Al, in regards to you opening up a Saturday workshop or a Saturday program where you will be helping homeowners that need help in that area. And it's supposed to be in Washington Park.
That's correct.
Yeah,
that's correct.
How's that going?
It's going fine. We're getting it off the ground.
Okay.
That would be a free community legal clinic, community-based legal clinic for people, residents of Washington Park and other areas of the South Side, but focusing really in Washington Park, who think they may be in trouble with their mortgage loans and at risk for losing their homes. Unfortunately, Washington Park has one of the highest foreclosure rates of any community area in the city of Chicago. As a percentage of homes, it has one of the highest foreclosure rates, and so that's the reason that we picked Washington Park. I have many friends in Washington Park, many close friends, and we want to do everything we can to help save people's homes. And as you know, that's the work that I've really been focusing on for the last 6 or 7 years, is fighting fighting the predatory mortgage lenders and the unscrupulous mortgage brokers and the Wall Street banks that hold the loans now, suing them for fraud, racial discrimination, truth in lending violations, and other illegal practices, and getting people out of those loans and saving their homes. And that's what I do as a public interest litigation attorney. Those are most of the cases that I handle.
Yeah, well, you're hitting the nail right on the head, because that was my next question regarding your education and your background. I know that you're a Juris Doctor, and then I also see that you have a degree in divinity. Am I correct?
Yes, Mr. Bowers, you have done your homework.
Yes.
Once again, I'm not surprised, but yes, I also have a degree in theology. I studied theology at the Divinity School of the University of Chicago. Right before I started working with homeless people. And then as a result of my experiences working with homeless people, I said, you know what, social justice is really where social justice and spirituality really intersect for me. And there's a lot of passion there. There's a lot of passion in me for social justice and seeing justice achieved for people. So then I went to law school in order to become a more effective advocate for the people.
Yes, well, that's excellent. And I mean, we really appreciate Al Hofeld. We have hands-on with Al Hofeld in the community. He's very accessible, and he works tirelessly on a lot of issues that affect the community and the residents of our communities. And we're just so happy to have him here tonight with us. Again, we'll have Al in Washington Park. You can come to our meetings, which is the first Saturday of every month. We're continuing on from our Washington Park Olympic Coalition meetings, and we'll just have the regular Washington Park Saturday meeting, as well as our every third Wednesday meeting at 7 p.m. on every third Wednesday of each month, which is at 7 p.m. in Washington Park Fieldhouse, which is our Washington Park Advisory Council meeting. So we invite you all out to voice your concerns and, of course, bring good, positive information that's going to help the community and the residents of the community and make the park better for all the park users. Again, Al, we want to thank you for all the hard work and the work that you've already set ahead of yourself to do in the community.
It's my privilege. Thank you, Mr. Bowers. I appreciate that very much. It always makes me feel good when people
we appreciate it.
Everybody,
absolutely. Do we appreciate it, Janice?
Thanks.
Yes, and I know the audience out there appreciate it. And viewers, we want you to call in tonight.
Mr. James Long to call back.
Okay, Mr. James Long, please call back. James Long, of course, is with the Sutherland Tenant Council Association, which is a non-for-profit organization in the community that's working for the tenants of the Sutherland Apartments, which is a historic building on the south side of Chicago. All the jazz giants and great entertainers that has christened the community through the Sutherland.